Hi everybody, thank you for tuning into another video on TK's Tech Corner. Today we're going to be taking a look at another Miyoo flip, more importantly the actual operating system that has come with this. This has come from Mech DIY, thanks Mech DIY for sending this through. So the new version of the Miyoo flip, the V2, has been released. Some minor improvements. I think one of the main complaints about the original one was the hinge. I must admit, I personally never had any issues with the original one. There it is. But this, I think it might be the V2. If it is the V2, we'll compare to see what's changed. If it's not the V2, we won't focus too much on the device. This video is mainly for the purposes of taking a look at a brand new custom operating system which has actually been released for this handheld retro gaming device. The operating system is called Surwish. It's provided in the form of a micro SD card, so you can see the micro SD card there, and this contains the operating system and probably also a nice big bunch of ROMs on there as well. So we'll plug it in and see how it compares to the original Miyoo operating system that comes on that handheld there. Okay, so I think the one they've sent me through here is the white color, which I think is probably my favorite color, and it's going to have the colored button combination. Other than the just before I open that up and see which version it is, other than that, the packaging is exactly the same. We've got the USB A to C charging cable, and we've got a micro SD card reader included in the zip case. Again, a very nice that you get a really good high quality travel case to protect the device included right in the box. You couldn't ask for more really. Now, looking at the instructions, it's not really clear whether or not this is a version 2. It doesn't say anything on the box about being a version 2. And looking at the back of both of the units, again, haven't opened them up yet. They look like they're providing exactly the same information. So if it is a V2, it doesn't say V2 on the back. So let's go and open these up now. Hard to tell if it feels different, to be honest. It feels the same to me, so I'm going to assume it's a V1, which is not a biggie at all, because again, we're not here to actually review the device. It would have been nice to do a compare on them if they were. I like the color combinations there. Absolutely love the white. I think that's probably my favorite one. The black is nice as well. Right, let's get that out of the way and let's move on to the operating system. So there is no memory card included with this bundle here. The memory card, well, it is included, but it's not installed in the unit as it was on the original one. So by default, there's obviously going to be no operating system. Let's turn that on. Power light is on, and I'm not really sure what's going to happen without any card in there, but we're just going to quickly find out and see what happens. If nothing happens, I'm going to turn it off. While that happens, I'm going to get the memory card out anyway. There you go. You can see it's searching for memory card, and it clearly is not. Oh, it's got something somewhere. There's something on board. It's loading something. Right, it's booting into. Okay, it's booted into its base operating system then, which is interesting. But there's nothing to actually read. Right, settings. Let's just do device info on there as well. It'll be interesting to check the actual version of this and compare it to this one. Let's get this one turned on quickly. So the overall operating system version looks like it's slightly different. You look at the version there, but again, there's no memory card on the right hand side. The one on the right hand side certainly has a newer date stamp on it, if I'm reading that correctly. Slightly newer, 12th of December 2024 versus 19th of November 2024. Other than that, they look exactly the same. So let's get the memory card into this one and see what happens. So I've got the memory card into the right SD card slot there, the one on the right hand side of the device, turning it on now, and let's see what behavior we get now. So you can see that's going to start turning on, and we'll wait. Right, loading. So I think it's past that whole, yeah, firmware update required, current firmware, required firmware. So you can see that there it's going to do probably an it says Surwish on the top there as well. Firmware update required, and I think I'm just going to go and press A. That should hopefully do something. Now I don't know at this stage if it's going to update the firmware or if it expects me to update the firmware before booting up again with this SD card, and that's exactly what we're just about to find out. System upgrade, so you can see it's upgrading itself. Hopefully there's enough charge, because if it turns off whilst upgrading, we might end up with a very, very pretty brick. Maybe I should plug the power in. Maybe I shouldn't. I'm just going to pause the video and let it upgrade. Right, so it's updated and it's gone off. Assuming everything has gone well, we are probably going to boot into Surwish OS. And then we'll start comparing and seeing how it is. This is supposed to be an optimized version of the operating system, or an optimized operating system, custom operating system, I should say, for the Miyoo Flip. There we go, Surwish. It says press A to flash, press B to cancel. So it's going to clearly load its own operating system onto the device. I'm pressing A, it's flashing logo. Interesting. So I'll leave this here to take you through the whole process. I don't know what it's going to do after it's finished flashing that logo, but let's see what happens. At least this way you get to see the full setup process. Right, flash done. Green is good. Shortly green is good. Red is bad. And we're in Surwish OS, so definitely has a very, very nice and polished look to it. So let's go through the menu quickly. So there is 5 menu items. We can see the little bar at the bottom indicating which item we're on as well. So favorites, games, collections, apps, and settings. Looks a bit Androidy, doesn't it? Settings icon definitely looks Androidy. So power off. We've got screen brightness, LCD frequency. Interesting. Don't know if that's on the original one as well. Have I just turned? Oh, has it gone off? Maybe. Yeah, I think I just got it as it was going off. So that's quite interesting that there's. I don't think there's. There might be some other options on here for turbo input. I don't know what that is. I don't know, that's turbo key mode probably. Brightness I don't see. So there we go. Already some additional settings that we're seeing. So we're seeing LCD frequency. Let's leave that to default for now. Wi-Fi connection, Bluetooth connection to pair Bluetooth controllers. Great, because you can connect this via a mini HDMI cable up there to an external display and enjoy all your game goodness. Key calibration, key mappings, turbo input, themes, all sorts of good stuff there. Okay, device info. Now we'll probably see, yep, we can see the operating system has been upgraded. And what is color? Just have a look. The RGB settings. Oh, right, there we go. Nice. Well, let's go to the Wi-Fi menu. Wi-Fi is on. Scanning for Wi-Fi. There we go. So we can connect to a wireless network as well. Let's just quickly do that for completeness. Right, I'm now connected to my wireless network. You can see the wireless logo there as well. Not sure how long this battery is going to last. Let's go through the rest of the menu. So apps, we can see there's some apps here. This is stuff that has been pre-installed. I guess just by virtue of them providing this SD card. And there are also other, I think you can install other applications on here as well. So the apps menu, something we're used to seeing also on the original operating system. As you can see there, that's the apps menu. So you're getting a similar list of apps. Collections, now this I don't think exists on the original one, if I'm not mistaken. We've got retro art, we've got game, favorites, maybe collections, favorites, I don't know. Or there was already a favorites thing. So now Sonic collection, Zelda collection. Ooh, check that out. Right, okay, so this is nice. The fact that you can build collections of I guess a particular series across all the different actual formats. That's a really, really nice thing to have, to be honest. So Zelda is collected, all of the Zelda series collection is probably the best word for it, from all the different formats into one place on the menu. That is really, really cool. And again, you can see that here as well for the Pokemon collections. Let's go to something that will be more Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles collection. So now we're seeing across all, not just Nintendo, but we're seeing across other formats. So Atari ST, the arcade games, the Mega Drive, the GBA, the whole lot, right? So it's not just specific to one console family or make. Sonic collection, again, we're seeing that there as well. Have a look at that. How cool is that? Let's go to Mega Drive. Yeah, it's all there, look. Shoot 'em ups, arcade shoot 'em ups. So bringing together loads of classic arcade shoot 'em ups there as well. All sorts of titles. So this is a genre, I suppose, arcade shoot 'em ups. And I'm guessing we can create our own collections here as well, right? And that is so cool because it makes it easier to find what you want to play and play it. And favorites is another list. So this is just you, I guess you're starring your favorites and they'll come up in one list. And then the collections is another new thing that I absolutely love. Now when we go to games, we see the actual cores. I'm calling these cores because I'm guessing this is some retro arch in the background. And as we would expect with the original, and as we see with the original one as well, when we go to game, we effectively see the same list you can see in the background there of all the different consoles that there will be some ROMs for. Now let's go to, I don't know, what should we go to? What's open? No, let's not go to open ball. Let's still going Dreamcast. Oh, let's have a look at what we've got for Dreamcast. Because the Dreamcast is dead, isn't it? Yes, it is. Crazy Taxi, Dead or Alive 2. Ooh. Now, the battery might die. If it dies, I'll just end the video. It's not a problem. But let's just test out a game on this fantastic looking operating system. It's a very smooth loading experience there, to be honest. No lag in the original logos and stuff that have come up. Dead or Alive, who remembers this game? This was awesome. This was around my junior days, I think, if I remember correctly. Spent a lot of time playing this. Start button. Story mode. Oh, I pressed the wrong button. Keep going back, I think. Story mode. Can I go? I've just selected anyone there. That's working well. Analog stick's working well. I mean, look at this, playing Dreamcast fluid on such a slick, compact handheld. Seriously, the games you can take with you on this Miyoo Flip is awesome, right? And this Surwish OS has further enhanced an already awesome device just through an operating system update. I think if you've got the Miyoo Flip, this is seriously the way to go. This operating system is slick. It seems very efficient, very lightweight from what I'm seeing so far. I've not had to do anything in terms of optimizations, but the games are running very, very, very well, as you can see there. Very playable. Let's press the menu button and see what happens there. So when you press the menu button, it breaks out into another menu where you can save state. We can bring up the native menu again as well. This is again RetroArch, right? And then we can exit the game. That should take us back to the main operating system, hopefully. So let's see how that is. No issues exiting, and then you can just crack on and find yourself something else to play, like Crazy Taxi or something else completely different. GTA 2, right? So we got Game Gear. Gosh, I think I've still got my original Game Gear somewhere. How awesome was this? Aladdin. Let's just play that. I'll probably get killed within the first few seconds. I haven't played this game in forever, but this was an absolute classic. I probably haven't played it since 1994 because that's when it came out, apparently. The speaker's great as well. Working nice and smooth as you'd expect. I mean, if it runs Dreamcast, I'd expect it to run this absolutely fine. So that's working fine as well. Yes, let's just quickly flick around through the menu to see if I've missed anything. I don't think I have. I think the idea here is you understand how clean and simple this operating system is, and it can get you gaming very, very quickly and efficiently, while it's giving you a really good overall experience, and full functionality off the device itself, right? And that ebook reader, look at that. OTA updates for, what's that? Cross mix from the internet. I know that's going to update something or the other. FTP file manager. You've got file browser, so you can browse files on the SD card. Let's go to file manager and see if it shows how much storage is available. I wonder. Just to get an idea of how much of this 256 gig card is actually filled up. If there is any option to see that, that would be great. I don't think there is. But you get the idea. There's loads of stuff here. Yeah. I don't think we're going to see the size of the card, unfortunately. Which, fine, it's not a problem. How to go back, I'm not sure. Really not sure. Don't want to do anything with the card. I think the safest thing, quit. Disk info, there we go. Size 238 gig, or it's 256. That shows you the size minus the file allocation table. Use 232 gigs. So there is a lot of goodies on this, isn't there? Yes, there are loads and loads of goodies. Wow, it's going to take a long time to get through all of that stuff then. How did I bring up that menu? Y brings up that little context menu, and then I can just do quit. So that is literally loaded to the brim with games. Ladies and gentlemen, if you've got this Miyoo Flip, don't wait. Buy this Surwish OS. I'm going to leave a link for this in the description of the video. Do yourself a favor, buy it. You're going to get tons of games. You're going to get a cracking new experience on an awesome device to make it even more awesome. What more could you ask for, eh? Surwish OS by Mech DIY. There it is. There's the logo. Any questions about this, please ask them in the comment section below. I'll answer all the questions I can as soon as I can. If you've enjoyed the video, please leave it a thumbs up. And if you haven't already done so, please hit subscribe on the bottom right hand corner. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.